Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So my name's Katie and today we're going to be doing a short and sweet March TBR because my main priority in March obviously is my exams, which are coming up at the end of March, and yes, it is my medical school finals, so that's like the last exams of medical school ever, after which I'll be a qualified doctor, which is very exciting as long as I pass. I always get so worried about it, but I've always done fine. It's just like ooh. So yeah, that is coming up. It's my main priority, like revision and stuff, but like I can't revise all day. So in the evenings and stuff, sometimes I still like to read. Sometimes I'm a bit too tired for reading, but I do have a few books that I'd like to try and get to, and audiobooks as well. I could still go for walks and listen to audiobooks. So yeah, I know definitely in February I was reading quite a lot of romances because they're just kind of easy to read and like listen to and just, yeah, relaxing. You know it's gonna have a happy ending, so yeah. But yeah, so books I would like to get to in March. So the first book I was very excited to receive an ARC of, and this is Misrule by Heather Walter. You can sort of see the side cover there. Yeah, so this is the sequel to Malice, which is a Sapphic Sleeping Beauty retelling, and it's sort of like a villain origin story in a way. But I'm really excited for this one. I really enjoyed book one, so I'm looking forward to seeing what book two brings. The first book, we're following this girl called Alice, who's kind of mockingly known as Malice, because she has these like slightly darker powers. Everyone else has these like really beautiful powers, like they can grow flowers and stuff, but her powers are a bit darker, so she's kind of quite ostracized by society. And I can't exactly remember the exact plot, but anyway, she meets this princess called Briar Rose, I think, and then they sort of strike up a bit of a relationship, and there's various things. I'm sure there's a curse on the princess, and the princess is gonna like die or something, but anyway, and they're trying to break it maybe. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this one, and the ending of Malice is so good. I remember I'm kind of tempted to reread Malice before reading this because I feel like they'll work really well like as a duology. I don't usually reread books before I read the like next installment, but I might do for this one just because. How long is this one? Yeah, it's not even 500 pages, so I feel like that's doable. Arcs just always look really big, but I like them because they're like floppy. Although I don't know, everyone hates on the UK paperbacks, the like stiff ones, but I actually kind of like them. I think I've mastered the art of reading them like without breaking the cover, although sometimes I'm reading a bit like this, but I don't know, it's a skill. Okay, then next, so I can't remember if this was on my February TBR, but I'm putting it again on this one because I meant to get to them but I didn't. So the next few books in the, well, I think I've got 3 left in the Arkane series, which is really fun. It's like, I don't think I was expecting to love it as much as I did when I like listened to the first book, because they're free on Audible Plus, the whole series. And it's basically this girl who like travels into this magical world, and there she like instantly befriends these 2 himbos, and then she basically goes to this magical school. So that's kind of, it's just really fun. It reminds me a lot of Keeper of the Lost Cities, but like a more YA version. So I've read the first 3, so I think there's 3 left, like 2 main ones and then one sort of like collection of almost short stories. I think it's just from the POV of 3 of the other main characters, not because the main character Alex, she's the only POV for most of the books. So I think we get to see like some of her friends and their stories in one of them. So I think the next one I have to read is like Gravale. They all have such weird names. And then Vardicia is the last one, and then We Three Heroes is the like it's kind of like a add-in, but I'm gonna read it because it's free, so why not? I also really want to read River of Silver, which is coming out on the 1st of March, so I'm filming this at the end of February. But so it's not out yet, but I'm really excited because yeah, I love the David Bad World and I love the short stories. Well, I mean, I haven't read all of them obviously, but S.H. Chakraborty used to have a couple on her website, I think before they took them down now because they're going to be in the book. But if you're an original David Bad fan, then they were up there, so I did read them and I really liked them. So I'm excited to see those again, excited to see more, excited to spend some time with like the side characters in the David Bad World. Really like the audiobook narrator, so I think it might only be available on audiobook initially, but that's fine for me because like I listened to the whole series on audio, so I'm looking forward to that anyway. I would have listened to it on audio. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. I feel like a lot of these books are going to be audiobooks. I also bought myself the rest of the Night Runner series on audio. I think I had this on my February TBR as well, but I didn't get around to it. Well, it was mainly because so I have this thing with my Kindle where I like to, like, when I'm reading Kindle books, this is probably really like pedantic, I don't even know why I do it, but I like to like have them in sort of ascending order or like descending order, so like the length of the book, they're all like going in stages, and then after a while, because obviously I can't do that forever, I get some audiobooks, and that sort of, because the audiobooks like come up on your Kindle but they don't come up with things, so then that like resets it. So I had to get it to a good point to like buy these audiobooks. So then I don't know if this is making any sense, but anyway, that's how my brain works. Yeah, so I have those now, so I'm looking forward to the rest of that series. Oh, I also started reading Sharp Ends by Abercrombie, so I'm only about 10% in, so I'm going to plan on finishing the rest like in March. Which is his like short story collection of first world like stories. So far I've only read the first two, but I really like them. One was about Glockta, who iconic, and then the other one's this new character. I think she's new, I haven't met her before anyway, called Chev, and I really liked her as well. She's like thief with a heart of gold. I always love that kind of trope, so I'm really looking forward to reading that one. The only two other Abercrombie books in the like first world that I haven't read are The Heroes and Red Country, and I'm always torn on whether I want to read them or not. I think if there's ever a 99p sale on the Kindle books, I will get them. But like The Heroes, it's so hard because I really like Shivers and I really like Finri, so I would be reading it for them if I read it, but I'm not that interested in like a 3-day battle or whatever it is. But actually I've heard it's got Calder in, and I probably will end up reading it. And The Red Country, I'm kind of interested in, but I haven't heard the best things about, but I'll probably read it eventually down the line. So yeah. I also started reading the Cradle series by Will White. So the first one is Unsold, so I'm currently about 15% into that one. So I really like it so far. Lyndon's so cute. So I want to try and finish that one and maybe like read book 2 and book 3. They're quite short. They're like, I think the audiobook's about 8 hours long. I feel like audiobooks are how I judge length of book, because like Kindle books, I never know really how long they are, so I just base it on the audiobook length. Like to me, less than like 12-13 hours is a short audiobook, 20 hours is like a decent one, and then like 30 hours plus is like really long. I think this is very telling. I like fantasy books on audio. Some people will be like, 12-hour audiobook, that's so long, like if you're used to reading romance and things. But yeah, me and my 45-hour Assassin's Fate, and what's the other ones, yeah, the Stormlight audiobooks are all like 50 hours plus, but it's a lot. You get more, I feel like I like getting big fantasy books on audio because you get more money for you get more book for like your credit. I don't know. It feels like a waste sometimes to buy like a 6-hour audiobook, but I don't know. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna leave it there for now, because I'm not gonna try and make it like too ambitious or anything, because I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I mean, my TBRs are always too ambitious and I never read like the books that are on there. Who knows, I read like a few. I might do like a thing where I like review my TBRs and see how many of the books I've actually read, and I do eventually get to them, except from the book that shall not be named. That might be a post-finals project. But yeah, anyway, so I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope you're all having a really great day, and I will see you next time. Oh, also comment down below letting me know what books you're planning on reading in March, so I can live vicariously through you while I'm doing all my practice questions and practice OSCE stations. But yeah, so yeah, bye.